Welcome to the channel. If you are new, this video is going to be a reaction of Tommy Sotomayor going off on this chick on this panel discussion. And before I let the video clip play, I just want to give credit to the content creator. The channel on YouTube is called This Might Be Risky, and they got some pretty dope content. So if you want to look at the full video, you're more than welcome to go over there. The original clip is about 30 minutes long. I'm obviously not going to react to the whole 30 minutes, but I just want you to notice how the female just keeps digging the hole deeper and deeper and deeper. And Tommy Sotomayor does have a bad habit. If you have watched any of Tommy's clips, you know he does have a bad habit of getting into these shouting matches and yelling and spazzing out. But in my opinion, sometimes I personally don't think I would go as hard as he goes, because I just don't have the energy to do that. But sometimes that's necessary, because for some of these women, that's the only way they learn.
Tommy,
and
then you can jump in. Go ahead, sis. Finish your statement. Go ahead.
Just saying, I don't know what man would get on here and just start talking out of his mind like that. That shit sounds crazy. I know men your age, they don't even think about the shit you talk about. They don't have time for that. They doing things for the community, doing other shit. They're not talking like that. They're not referring to their own women as bees and other chicks as hoes for no apparent reason. They're not doing that. They're just not doing that, especially at that age. I don't know if you would like somebody talking to your daughter like that out the blue, out of nowhere. I don't know.
Now, just to be clear, so
he gonna jump in and help this nigga out.
Just to be clear, I haven't even said anything. I haven't said anything yet.
I thought he would stop her from talking over you like he did me, but I'm wrong.
I haven't said anything yet.
I thought he'd stop her from talking over you like he did me.
You're literally
time out. Who?
You told me to hold on, let her finish.
Yeah, I said let her finish. What?
And I did.
I'm not. But what you talking about now, though?
Then he started talking. She won't let him finish.
So this pause, thinking that you were gonna jump back in, like I said, right? And then AngryMan jumped in, and then sis was saying that.
Hold on, sir. She didn't ask me.
What I'm telling you is, I thought you were gonna go back in. You understand? What I'm saying is, nah, good brother. Listen to what I'm saying. I said, all I'm saying is, I thought you said, listen to what I'm saying. 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 I thought you were gonna go back in. AngryMan chimed in, and that's why she said, "Is AngryMan sticking up for you?" That's all that was. What I'm saying is, it was actually your turn to rebuttal. That was the discrepancy there. That's it. That's why I didn't say anything.
Okay, then let me rebuttal then.
Yeah, well, that was sis was saying.
Rebuttal her saying, I came up to insult when I didn't insult any of them because I didn't know them. Then she turned around right after saying it, saying, you old as fuck. So in the black community, somebody gets to tell you old as fuck as an insult.
Okay, let me just chime in real quick. Notice how that chick in the middle that he's addressing has a smirk on her face. She's smiling. She's laughing. She's the one that's enjoying, Tommy spazzing out like that, because she knows she's got under his skin. And that's the one thing I don't like about Tommy, is that he be making a lot of logical points, but he be going crazy. Like, it gets worse from here. And AngryMan, all he was trying to do was tune in to try and, help the slow female understand what Tommy was trying to say. And, then she replied, oh, you finna jump in and help this nigga out? Whoop-de-whoop. And that's when things went downhill from there. So here we go.
Now, mind you, this woman who got the sour puss of the year, once hearing back old as fuck, said, first smile. And have y'all noticed that a lot of black women's first smile is when they're insulting you? When they see some brothers fighting, they will smile. And what they tried to do was encourage brothers to fight. And let me explain. First words out of their mouth was y'all dick riding. Because if you didn't go at me, I'm going to make sure you do. Then the second thing was AngryMan just jumped in and said, well, let me try to explain something. That's all he got out of his mouth. No, you ain't taking up for this nigga. Well, nobody would have said that if some woman had said that to her. If somebody had said, well, let me tell you what I think. Nobody would have said, I know you ain't taking up for this bitch. Then want to talk about men in the community, but can refer to a black man as a nigga. But then if somebody calls one a bitch, that's a problem. See, black men, what y'all need to understand is just like my man from the Steve Harvey show, Mr. Santana, Merlin Santana. Mm-hmm. You can end up dead very easily dealing with these women because they really will ask you to jump out the window and fight a cause that they're upset about. If you hear something I say that bothers you, you will go to the crowd and say, y'all ain't mad about this? Well, why do we have to be mad? Because you're mad. Somebody can call me Crispy and Blackie all day. You don't have to be mad because it bothered me. You don't have to be mad because they call me old as fuck. So what I should do now is elicit all the other people like AngryMan, because we the same age. We old as fuck. And anybody else that's listening is old as fuck. But you got a ridiculous ass black bitch who's smiling and thinking it's fine to say dumb shit like that because her mom and daddy old as fuck too by that logic.
Who's
and only
the ridiculous ass black bitch?
The age at which you got is a problem. As a matter of fact, I'm old as fuck, bitch, and I'm rich as fuck. So both of them should let you know something.
Okay. So he just nasty.
I'm out.
He nasty.
Yeah, I'm out too. Like I'm not dealing with this. This is stupid. This is nasty, and no, I'm good.
So she can call me a nigga, but I can't say bitch. I did not call out her name till she called me a nigga.
You did.
You don't call me out my name.
You refer to us as hoes. You don't recall?
No. You don't call me out my name.
Memory missing, isn't it? Your memory lacking? Memory lacking. You see now. You called us.
Man. You don't call me out my name. No respect. We'll call back out yours.
I
don't have no respect for y'all black hoes because you sit around trying to be mad at people that ain't bothered.
We ain't gonna be too many more black hoes. Like, what do you think we're gonna sit up here and lie sit there and say bitches and hoes that's on this panel? I'm not trying to upset you. What I'm saying is, it won't be tolerated. I'm about to log off.
So, hold on, let me see. I just want to understand.
But they can't take it.
So, Tommy, question: what is your overall objective?
In what?
Like when you come up with the presentation, I think it is very charismatic and entertaining, right? But I think you also have a way of antagonizing what you know to be true. So, what is the objective, though? Is it just to be entertaining, or to convey a real message to people that run and listen?
I do both. When I came up here, we were talking about a subject, and I wanted to talk about that subject. I watched what everyone else said. Mm-hmm. I listened to what everyone said. I wanted to jump in on why it is that a lot of women are thinking that men aren't approaching them and why men actually aren't. Mm-hmm. And that's what my line was when I came in. My whole speech was that. You can go back and listen. Mm-hmm. That's all it was. Okay. Was talking about both sides and how it seemed. Now, someone gets upset at how you present your side, but I don't know them. And as I presented it, guess what I got? Questions about my whole personal life. Because you can't be with a woman or a black woman talking like you talk. But then they were wrong. But I didn't mind because I know what people do. If they don't like what you say, they personally attack you instead of attack what you said. Tell me what I said that was wrong, but they won't. It's the personal attack. You old as fuck. And I know men who help in the community, yet you got men on the computer right now at 12:12 at night, and they ain't helping the community. They sitting here talking about nothing on YouTube.
So Tommy, do you think that a key parameter is the fact that one thing that you said that stuck out was like the women are just, for all intents and purposes, black women are mean. That's kind of one thing I gathered. Do you think that would be a catalyst? Like if they just changed their disposition, do you think that we would have much more success in our relationships?
Yeah, but it's funny. In my diatribe, which I will call it, I did offer a solution. I said, if people started listening and took the emotion out, I said, when people are talking, hear them, see where they're coming from and why they are saying it that way. And if you don't know, ask them. Instead of even characterizing what they say, why do you say that? Force them to explain why they say the things that they're saying. See, I'm a guy who has this thing called a psychology degree. And in the process, sometimes you do things to get a response, to elicit a response.
Yes.
And what I do is this. If people are trying to say that black women don't have an attitude, do you know what I did? Came up here to see if I can pull it out. Because if they didn't have one, then I'd be wrong. And then you'd look and say, see, he tried to trigger us and it didn't work.
Yeah.
He's the one making things up. Just like the first time I started working at IBM, they thought I was a dumb country nigga. And I understood that. I didn't have a degree in IT. I had a degree in psychology. But when I started talking, just like if I don't know how many of y'all saw this last Friday, I was on Fox News Network. You saw me on there with Jesse Waters, looking good. You stop laughing. I was on Fox and they was asking me questions and I'd be killing it. Or if you seen my movie, A Fatherless American, you say, oh my God. Or you see me with Russell Simmons or you see me with T.D. Jakes and you say, that ain't be the same man that just called them bitches hoes. Well, it's not. That was the environment. See, I was raised by a pastor, but I still cuss. And I cuss, and as soon as my mom walk in the door, I'll stop cussing.
So wait a minute, Tommy, you're saying the environment up on this panel is, because you say a lot, I'm just trying to really piece it together. You're saying, so the environment on this panel caused you to start to all black bitches and hoes and whatnot?
At what place did I say that?
Earlier, you actually addressed.
No, I said, at what place did I say the environment on the panel made me say something?
No, you said the environment. No, you said the environment.
Listen, I said that I wanted to either show that the.
I heard that part. But you said it's also about the environment. So if you heard that part,
you understood when I said I came to list it. Either that would happen or it wouldn't. So it would either prove my point and everyone else's point, or it wouldn't.
You did say that, but you also said the environment. You're reacting to the environment because if you're on Fox News versus if you're on T.D. Jakes, it's the environment that pulls something out of you. Correct?
No. I know these people. I did not. I know my mom. So when my mom walks in, I know
what T.D. Jakes and Fox News. When you're on
I know him personally. Didn't hear me. I know him just like when I went on Jesse Waters' show. I know the show. I know the format. Just like this, I know the show and I know the format. Anybody just like my man AngryMan or Trigger Mike, they literally know. That's why the people sent money before I spoke, because they knew.
How do you, but we don't, but you said you know the show. You haven't even been on our panel.
No. So, all right, let me answer. Let me answer really quick. If he was watching even for 20-30 minutes, if he saw when AngryMan came up, he knew what type of time it was, right? And so what he did was he tried to elicit a response to show the reason why we are so far apart in our relationships.
And if you notice how he was having that exchange with that light-skinned girl with the glasses versus the hyena in the middle next to her, it was way calmer. He wasn't calling her names. It wasn't no, yelling. And that's because, she led with a different energy. And like I said, Tommy the type of dude, he gonna give out what he get. Like if you come at him all hostile or disrespectful, he gonna turn up and get hostile and disrespectful. He don't know how to be like, okay, let her run her mouth and say what she got to say. He gonna just go. If you start off on 7 or 8, he gonna start off on like 11 or 12. That's just how he roll. So he is capable of having a logical and sensible discourse like most content creators. But that's what makes him him, you know what I'm saying? And people are, oh, he hate black women. Nah, he don't hate black women. He just hate the ghetto black women. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wrap the video up. I'm going to play one more clip, and that's going to be it because we already at like 14 minutes.
And he used that tactic, and it seemingly worked.
But here's the thing. This is what I was going to say earlier. And I'm not dick riding, number one. But what I was going to say earlier is that you guys didn't realize it, but the whole reason why I came up on the panel to give some support to either man and the rest of the guys is because y'all were being really disrespectful. You just don't think you were. You may not have been calling people out of their names and stuff, but you were stopping guys in the middle of their sentence. Like, do you have a point? Or are you going to say like it was disrespectful?
I was asking if there was a question because typically if you come up here, you're trying to engage the female panel. And that's why I was asking, is there a question? Because he did talk for quite a while. Well, I was literally asking, is there a question you have for us?
Well, no, love, that's not the instance I was talking about. I'm not talking about the back and forth you just had with Tommy.
He's talking about me, love.
I'm talking about earlier when either man was given an explanation for something that was asked, y'all were cutting him off and telling him how to answer, how to speak, like you were frustrated with him talking. And I'm like, why are y'all doing that? That's the whole reason why I came up here hot the way I did, because it here's the thing with the whole social dynamic between black men and black women, right? Y'all may not see it because it's a norm, it's a cultural norm, but black women talk to black men as if we're children, as if we're little boys. Like you have to constantly stop us mid-sentence, or if you don't agree with what we're saying, you try to shut us down instead of allowing us to express ourselves and say what's on our mind. And it's really annoying. Now, not every guy is going to react the way I would or the way Tommy would. Most black men are conditioned to accept that. And so they'll sit back and they'll adjust. They'll adjust to whatever it is you're trying to get them to do. You see what I'm saying? But the guys like me or Tommy, we're not going to do that. We're gonna push back, and that's when the blow up happens. That's when the why are you talking to, all of that stuff. You feel what I'm saying? And y'all don't realize when y'all are being disrespectful. You don't. But you're quick to call out men when you think they're disrespectful.
Is that a woman thing or is that a culture thing? Was that men to men, women to women? Is that a culture thing or just women?
It depends. It's a cultural thing. It's a cultural thing where you see it a lot in black women, but now because of the fact you have so many boys raised by black women, you see it in the men too. So it's become a cultural thing where you can't have, like, if you see two black people out in public somewhere at the gas station or something, and they get into a disagreement, you got to wonder if somebody going to start shooting, because they don't have the ability to speak to each other in a respectful manner or engage in actually
healthy debate.
What's it called? Not healthy debate. It's conflict resolution. You don't see that. You feel what I'm saying? Because
we don't know how to de-escalate. We don't know how to, like the brother right there, the DJ. It could have went left. He de-escalated the situation between me and him when I was talking about what AngryMan said. And we moved on past it. Nobody even had to acknowledge it. Think about that.
Okay, let me go ahead and wrap up and close. I'm going to say this. Like I said, the channel is called This Might Be Risky. I'm going to link the description. I'm going to put a link to their channel in the description box. AngryMan said the panel was chaotic before he joined. They was all talking disrespectful to the men. And with a lot of black women, not all, but a lot of black women, I think that just because of the way things have gone for the past few decades, with black women just being so, bullheaded, stubborn, aggressive. That's the word I want to use. So aggressive with their mouths, that a lot of black men have just kind of accepted that this is just how black women are. But most masculine men, all masculine men, you're going to get one or two options from a masculine man. He's either going to check you at the spot, at the moment you start talking like a wild animal, and be like, hey, look, I'm not one of them type of dudes. If you're going to talk, let's talk, and we're going to talk to each other with respect. Or he just going to walk away. He just going to say, you know what, I'm not even finna put up with this. Only a feminine man is going to sit there and go back and forth with you. And I have heard Tommy say that over the years he's had to work on, getting rid of his feminine energy because he was raised by women. He has to control his temper better. And that's something that I've had a temper. I still do have a temper, but I'm the type of person that also has a lot of patience, so it takes a lot to set me off. But I don't deal with women that don't listen. I don't deal with women that's got nasty attitudes, that's going to try to overtalk me and all that. I take control of the situation immediately. You got to lay ground rules with a woman. You got to let her know off the muscle what type of man you are, what type of energy that you bring into the table. Because if you don't, and she is one of them type of women, she going to run all over you. She going to humiliate you. She going to disrespect you. She going to talk to you crazy. And when Tommy spazzed out, and then the other women start interjecting their thoughts, things started to calm down. And he went from spazzing out to being a regular normal guy having a normal discussion, and that's what it's all about. It shouldn't be all this drama. And I mean, yeah, it's good for clicks and views, but you know, in real life, do you really want to be with a woman? Do you really want to have a female that you constantly having to yell and argue with? Like, as men, we want peace, bro. Like, a woman's supposed to be a man's peace. And I'm not saying that, you know, these women on this panel don't have men in their lives and don't know how to be quality women. I don't know nothing about them. And the host seems to be a solid brother. He seems to have a decent control over his panels, because I watch some live streams and some panels where it's just like a free for all, everybody over talking each other, and I can't even watch them panels. The discussion might be going good, and then everybody start over talking each other and yelling and screaming, and I just got to click off. I can't do it. It start hurting my ears, and it just feel like the conversation going in circles. We're not getting nowhere. So shout out to the content creators, shout out to AngryMan and Tommy and the ladies and everybody else on the panel. I'll leave, like I said, the name of the podcast in the description box. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. I'll catch up. Peace.